Yes everyone, welcome back. In today's news daily video, we're discussing summer transfer activity, even though we are still currently under sanctions. In today's news daily video, hear the latest big news surrounding TCHOUAMENI, Rafinha, and a free move for Paulo DYBALA as well too. So we got a ton of things to break down. Hope you guys enjoy, and if you can do me a big favor, smash that like button, interact with the comment section. I've been ill throughout March. It's been quite peak, and when you're not making out videos consistently on YouTube, it really does like mess you up on the algorithm. So, you know, I really would appreciate your support right now. Honestly, it means so much right now. But before we get into anything, I want to get one big plug out of the way first. Today's video is brought to you by friends of the channel in Spitch. Spitch is a fantasy manager app which allows you to build and create lineups every match week where you can compete against other users for free. Or if you feel like putting a little bit of money in, you can win up to a share of 70k a week. Right now with Spitch, they have an incredible prize giveaway this entire month where you can win some amazing prizes. I'm going to show you guys exactly what you need to do to enter. As you guys can see, I've already committed my team right now for the current match week. Here's my lineup right here. Broja, Rama, Tony, Havertz and Mount. I really feel like Havertz is my captain and Mount. You know, these guys stepping up second half of the season. Definitely the way to go as well. Of course, you guys, there's tons of other formations I could decide to use if I want to. That's the type of flexibility that you get with Spitch. But regardless, you guys, that is the team I am using for this match week. As you guys can see here are the range of top 10 prizes you can win. Of course, I'm sure lots of you guys have your eyes on the Apple Series 7 watch. I'm telling you, it's sick. It's going to help your workouts if you're one of those guys that love working out and like tracking your calories, maintaining your health scores. It's the perfect thing for you guys. And honestly, the best thing about this month is that this competition is free to enter. All you have to do is download Spitch. Once you do that, confirm your registration details and prove you are 18 plus. You have to do that. Download Spitch. You'll find a link below in the description and in the top comment. Don't miss out on this competition giveaway, you guys. It's a big month. So right now, let's get back to the news. You know what? I love news videos like this when we're linked with big name players, especially when there's a big possibility that we could sign all three of them. So right now, I'm going to start by discussing the latest news surrounding Rafinha of Leeds. Now, I'm sure you guys already know this, but we do have interest in Rafinha, and we were holding talks with the player and Leeds before sanctions took place. Currently, we have competition right now with Barcelona. However, I'm going to start with the positive news first. Of course, we all know the reports that were coming out throughout January with our interest in trying to sign Ousmane Dembele and getting this deal completed in the summer. Naturally, Dembele stayed at Barcelona. His form, because he's been so good under Xavi, has just been growing and growing and growing. And reports back in Spain are talking about the fact that Barcelona are looking to renew further contract extension talks to persuade Dembele to remain with them. That makes a ton of sense, especially when they have like transfer ambitions in the summer to sign big name players like Haaland. It makes no sense to get rid of certain players, go back into the market when you only have like limited amount of funds. So I've always felt like there was always a slight possibility that Barcelona and Dembele could reopen talks again, especially with how he's performing during the season. And if that was the case, of course, naturally, that would jeopardize any move that Barca were to make for Rafinha. Now, currently, Rafinha has 2 years left on his Leeds contract, and a big report did come out today suggesting that an important offer was made for Rafinha back in the January window, and that offer was made from us. We bid £40 million, 48 million euros to try and entice Leeds to sell. I guess positive news is the fact that it was kind of close to Leeds' valuation. I guess naturally Leeds are trying to save their skin and remain in the Premier League. The amount of money that you're earning by staying in the Premier League is just so great that they'd be crazy to have sold Rafinha, one of their key best player in the most important part of the season. It seems like that decision may potentially pay off, as Leeds are, they're not completely safe from avoiding relegation. However, they do have, a decent point gap now over 18th place Watford, who have 22 points compared to their 29. Naturally, due to sanctions, we can't continue talks anymore. However, by the end of April, we should have new owners confirmed. So I'd imagine all the players that we were originally looking at, we'd just continue that interest back again. Of course, this is big news. Rafinha has been a long-term target. I think we all know that. And I guess with the possibility that many attacking players could be shifted during the next window, we are looking to revamp our attack. But I'm always going to say this, if we have Rafinha, will he necessarily perform his best playing up front in a front three in a back five system? I'm not too sure, because Rafinha is best, like as per seen with Hakim Ziyech currently, receiving out wide on the right hand side. That's how you unlock these guys. It's all about how you use players. It doesn't matter that they should be just adjusting their game all the time. It has to be a combination of both. It has to be that balance of system and player ability. Let's see what happens with this. I guarantee that our interest will really strengthen even more once we get like full confirmation surrounding Ousmane Dembele and his future at Barcelona. So right now, move on to the next big story. And now, I want to talk about a player that I feel that we have to sign at every single goddamn cost, and that is Aurélien Tchouameni for Monaco. Now, reports came out from Marca originally saying that before sanctions were imposed, we were leading the race to signing Tchouameni. Since then, it seems like we've lost a bit of an advantage, and Paris Saint-Germain have shown interest even though it's not as big, and it seems like the main rival will be Real Madrid. Now, unfortunately, due to Madrid interest, it's reported that Tchouameni would be more enticed at this point in time to sign for Real Madrid. However, he's still keeping his options open. We have one advantage over Real Madrid, and that's the fact that we can offer Tchouameni more money. Let's hope that another possible advantage is the fact that Tchouameni could be possibly linking up with his BBF and Jules Koundé for next season. I feel like that could be an amazing opportunity to win silverware with your boy. I think that's the dream for everyone. Still, hope is not necessarily lost, even though Tchouameni's eyes may be more centered on Real Madrid at this point in time. And that's the fact that Madrid's big dream for the summer is to sign not only Mbappe, but Erling Haaland. And if that does happen, they don't have enough money in that wage bill to be able to sign all players in every single position. If they can't sign Haaland, they'll turn their attention to Tchouameni. And I feel like this is where we have a big window of opportunity to spend all our efforts in enticing, persuading Tchouameni to sign for us, while Madrid having this like indifferent stage between, you know, what main target we should focus on. The good news is that Monaco are asking for a very respectable amount of money to sell Tchouameni, and that is 60 million euros, which is around like 51 million pounds. Now, what's even better is the fact that, you know, similar to how we signed Kai Havertz, if Monaco missed out on Champions League football, you know, currently they're, 6 points behind Nice in 4th place. There's a big possibility that could happen. Naturally, the valuation would drop even more. And I was thinking, if there was a possibility of signing Tchouameni for less than 50 million in a market like this, for me, you have to sign him at all costs. He is like one of those upgrade signings that only come around like once every few seasons. We saw that with like your Hazards and N'Golo Kante. Tchouameni for me is of that similar ilk. For me, it's very simple. When you have a market opportunity like this, you have to move out other players in the team to bring in a player like him. And for me, it's an easy swap. Sell Jorginho now. His valuation isn't going to improve anymore, but he has peak interest in Serie A clubs. Sell him. Use that money and reinvest that in Tchouameni, who could be with this team for the next 10 years, providing us world-class defense midfield ability in front of our defense. I've got to be brutally honest. If we ever miss out on this opportunity to sign him, I'm going to be so angry with the management and with Scott McClellan, because they believe that Tchouameni needed one more season before really looking at him even more, and instead wasted their time signing Saul and paying this guy 200k a week. I'm sorry, like, this is the lack of footballing vision that's, I felt, has stopped our ability to really just progress and go to even bigger heights and newer levels. And I feel like this is why I'm open potentially to new managerial changes, because I feel like under the current board, we've seen a limit towards the growth and just how far we can grow. When you're fortunate enough to be at this level competing for silver every single season, that's not good enough. You have to constantly push yourself. That's the only way to do things. And for me, to not sign Tchouameni last season after he won Young Player of the Season award when his valuation was even less, to then go for Saul and then make up these nonsense excuses, for me is very disappointing and very indicative of the limit that's reached with this current board, in my opinion. For me, Tchouameni, let's hope we get this done. This guy can bring a big tactical shift to the team and be a mainstay for years to come. So right now, we end things with the final story. And this was an interesting report coming out from 90 Min Football. And they're talking about the fact that we have been holding informal talks with DYBALA's reps and intermediaries. Of course, you guys, we know that at this point in time, DYBALA is basically set to leave Juventus on a free. Juventus don't want to pay him the contract that DYBALA wants, and after signing Vlahovic for big money and seeing the goal return from him, they feel kind of confident in allowing the player to leave. For me, DYBALA being available on a free, is that piece of business too good to potentially turn down? You know what? I do maybe think so. I've always had like a fondness for DYBALA. I mean, I love this guy's cultured left foot. I mean, you know, we don't see many technicians the same in football today. I feel like if DYBALA was even playing 10 years ago, even 20 years ago, he'd still be shining because he really is that good. Naturally, I'd imagine DYBALA would be very open now to leaving, knowing the fact that not only can he get good wages, but he could probably even subsidize that more by, you know, agreeing to a bigger signing on fee with whatever new club he signs for. Anyway, their report suggests that we will look to hold more talks with DYBALA and his reps once these sanctions are over and once we have new ownership at the club. And I'm guessing, you know, it does feel like if we want to have like an impactful summer window, it has to be that right balance of spending big on key players, finding competitive fees to sign players for, and of course making some shrewd pieces of business by looking towards players who are going to be available on a free. And with DYBALA, this guy can not only play false nine, he can play down the right hand side as well, and he can play between the lines. I'll always think though, if a player like this was signed, it's just like a super confirmation that back three is here to stay forever. Because if that was the case, then I think DYBALA would really suit playing between the lines even more. I can imagine like a Mount, DYBALA, Kai Havertz, DYBALA interchanging positions as well. You know, DYBALA bringing some bit of class and technical skill and ability between the lines. You know, skipping past people, close control, and of course that incredible left foot of his. You know, we've seen the long shots, we've seen the technical shots and goals that this guy scored as well too. I definitely feel like it's that type of X factor that we need in the team at times. You know, we need a player that can take responsibility for himself. And I'm not saying that DYBALA would be playing week in, week out. I mean, yeah, to sign someone like him on a free, you know, he would be like a great competitive option to have with the rest of the attacking players. I could definitely see that working. And, you know, considering that it seems like a few attacking players could be leaving, you know, you're looking at Werner as a favourite, potentially Lukaku, you're looking at Pulisic. Currently, I guess Ziyech, Havertz, Mount are the main ones to stay. And if you could look to have Hudson and DYBALA alongside them as well with Broja too, that could also be another interesting attacking lineup for next season. But you guys in the comments below, how do you feel about potentially signing DYBALA on a free? Like, is he just too good to turn down? Do you think you could have like a big career here? Is it the right move to make? So right now, I'm going to end things. I'm going to wrap things up. There's going to be more videos coming out today. I have a Conor Gallagher reaction video for later this evening. And of course, just looking towards more Chelsea bidding news as well. That's coming out too. So you guys, on that note, I'm EFC. This is Blue Lines CV. Catch you guys later with some more videos. Cool.